A really good win for us. We played very well. We continued to play defense at a high level, and I think, we had carryover from our first game, from the second half of the first game on the offensive end. The thing that I was most pleased with tonight was how unselfish we were. As we, continued to build the lead, we played the game the right way, and we passed on a good shot for a great shot. Obviously, it helps when you are shooting the ball as well as we shot it tonight with 13 threes. But, again, I thought it was the manner in which we got them. We wanted to beat their 2-3 matchup down the court, and we did a good job of that because our defense was good. And then we wanted to really attack it and drive it and kick and make the right play. And I thought our guys were incredibly unselfish. It was great having Jared back. Jared's our best shooter, and he got it going for us in the first half, coming in and knocking in his first 3 threes. Jared's a really important guy for us, not just his scoring, but his leadership, his confidence, and his versatility. The thing I was most pleased is that he had 4 assists and 0 turnovers. During my time in coaching Jared since I've been here, I think that's the thing that I've been most surprised by. I think he's a good passer, and I think he has a good feel for the game. I never saw that last year because he shot all the time. But he has other facets of his game that we have encouraged him to show, and I think he's done a really good job of that. And so, again, really good win for us. This is 3 good offensive halves in a row for us, and 4 good defensive halves, and we need to continue that.
Based on what he did tonight, Jeff, based on your conversations with him, based on practices, I mean, Jared knew that that he was going to be suspended for that first game for a while. But what do you think that he took away from it? What lessons? What do you think that he maybe kind of picked up from it?
I'm not sure. That's something you'd have to ask him about. One of the things that I talked to him about before the game against Youngstown State was that even though he's not playing, he's still really important, and we need his voice. We need, you can see the game in a different way from sitting there, and we have a lot of young guys. And I thought he was incredibly unselfish against Youngstown State. He was into the game, even though he wasn't playing. And that's one of the things we talked about today, was just his voice and letting the game come to you. You're a gifted offensive player. You don't have to hunt. It'll come to you, and just play the game the right way. And he did a good job of that.
If you had some success in the last game getting to the rim and driving, how impressed were you with your guys' ability to kind of change gears when it was obvious that they were going to hang back and try to take that away?
Well, it was big for us. Shooting hasn't been a strong suit of ours. I'm not saying it's a weakness, but we've been streaky. And, today we were on a good streak. I'd love for us to continue on a good streak. But it was really important for us. Obviously, the other thing today that was really, tonight that was very good was we were 15 of 18 from the free throw line. And those have been 2 areas, shooting the 3 and free throws that we hadn't done as good a job with. And then we had 24 assists on 33 field goals. That speaks to the unselfishness. And so a lot of those threes came, we were standstill threes with our feet set off of penetration. And I think those are much higher percentage shots. And we did a good job of knocking them in tonight.
Jeff, in a game like this where you've got a big lead, I noticed coming out of timeouts you were mixing it up with your guys, switching defenses, coming out full court press a little bit. Is that just a way to keep guys engaged when you're up by 30, 40 in a game?
That's a great question. We were trying to work on some different things. We haven't done zone in a game. We've practiced zone, but we haven't done it in a game, so we wanted to take a look at our zone today. We hadn't done, with the exception of man presses, we hadn't done anything else. We wanted just to take a look at it and to see that. And so I don't know if it was to try to keep them engaged. We talked to them about staying engaged. We talked to them about playing the right way and continuing to build and to create these habits. And again, they did a good job with that. And so I don't know if it was about trying to keep them engaged. They did a good job of being engaged throughout, and that's something that I'm proud of.
You sort of won these two games in a different style, going to the hoop a lot, going to the rim a lot Tuesday night, shooting threes. Do you think you can continue that kind of consistency, both ends of with both styles?
I mean, I'd like to. I'd like to. Time will tell that. I know that we will start to face better competition. I understand that. That will happen Monday. The team we're playing Monday is good. They're a talented team. And so we know as the competition increases, they'll present different challenges. But we want to play a certain way. We want to play with tempo. We want to play with pace. We want to have good spacing. We want to share the basketball. And if we're if we're getting good looks, I'll live with it. Obviously we want to make them. But if we're getting good looks, you have to live with the result of that. I think if we get good looks and we have our feet set, if it's from three, then I think we, can shoot it at a good percentage. But again, we've been streaky. That's something we have to continue to work on, and hopefully we can become more consistent.
Xavier, obviously, had 10 assists, obviously shooting the ball. But I just, as a freshman point guard, he's got a lot on his plate. How impressed are you with his ability to making his assists? He's making his free throws, engaged on defense, just being a well-rounded player at this young.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with him since he's gotten here. I've been impressed with his approach to the game, his approach to improvement, his approach to trying to learn about leadership and his desire to learn about leadership. He's a kid that loves the gym. He loves the game, and he's a naturally competitive guy. And when you have those qualities on top of some of the gifts that he has, then you have a chance to be a pretty good player. And he's becoming that. He's becoming a pretty good player. And, again, he has a strong desire to improve. And you love being around people like that. And normally when you have that, positive things happen.
Coach, really strong performance from Trey in that first game, but kind of struggled tonight. How important do you think that is for him to kind of experience that early on in his career?
Well, all of our freshmen are going to go through that. It just happened to him tonight. I was impressed with how he got himself out of it. He picked up 2 quick fouls, early in this game, and so he was out of it. I think he probably thought he wasn't going to play the rest of the half. I'm not a coach that does that, and so we put him back in. I wanted to see, can you play with 2, and can you be smart but still be aggressive? I thought he did a good job of closing the half out. I subbed him very quickly in the second half, but we got him back in there, and I thought he did some really good things. One of which was that he had a chance to shoot a layup, but he made a great pass to Pitt. He made the right play, and we finished it. So I think there were some really valuable learning experiences for him, from this game.
You obviously weren't here last season, Jeff, but from the first time that you were able to work with this team to where you guys are now, how much has this group improved defensively, and what areas in that improvement have really stood out to you? Because, it looks like a completely different group.
Well, we've improved a lot. We've worked on it a lot. That's something that we talked about. We want to be a staple of what we do. It's the one thing that we can control, is how hard we play, how together we are, and how we defend. And so it's something that we've really, really worked on. And so we've improved a great deal, to the point where, it's pretty cool to see them be excited about defense, to be excited about getting a stop, getting a charge, getting a block, getting a shot clock violation, getting a steal, or just a great defensive possession where you end up with the rebound. We know we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go, but I like the direction that we're heading.
You doubled them up on rebounds, I think. You had 10 or 11 guys get a rebound. When you say gang rebounding, I guess that's kind of exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
you know what? We don't have a guy that – I would love for us to have a guy that could pencil in, 10, 11, 12 guys. I've had a guy like that before when I was a head coach. We don't have that. So we have to do it we have to gang rebound. Everyone has to do it. And I've been a part of teams that have had to do it that way as well. And, we're not going to be the biggest. We're not going to be the most athletic. But the little things – we have to master them. We have to understand the importance of them. They have to become our habits. And that's gang rebounding. That's blocking out. That's pursuing the ball. That's the ball's on the floor in the air. We have to figure out a way for us to get it. And we're getting better with it. We're certainly not where we need to be, but we're taking the steps in the right direction to get there.
Jeff, even beyond techniques and fundamentals, as far as the guy's defensive ability goes, how much of it sometimes just comes down to attitude and desire and intensity and things like that? And as a coach, how much can you do to sort of instill that in guys?
Well, it certainly comes down to that. I think a coach can do a lot because you can demand it. It has to be demanded. One of the first lessons my dad taught me when I got into coaching, he said they're going to get away with as much. They're going to try to get away with as much as you allow them to. And so you have to be demanding. I truly believe guys want to be coached and coached hard. I've been fortunate to be around some great players, not good players, great players. As an assistant coach, as a head coach with USA Basketball, and the thing that I've learned that's been consistent about every great player is that they want to be coached hard. And our staff is not afraid to coach them hard. It doesn't matter the talent level, doesn't matter. They're going to be coached the same. They're going to get 100% of us, and it's going to be demanded. And I said last time, look, this is the way it is. This is the standard. I'm not changing, and so you have to change. And if you don't change, then there's going to be a change. And I think our guys understand that. They haven't fought us on it one time. They haven't. Since I've been here, all of these young men have been very eager to learn and to get better. And they're not afraid to ask questions. They don't think they know all the answers. They've been very receptive to everything that we have done, and we need to continue to be that way.
For how important was it to come out to the start you did? You went on, I think it was a 17-2 run or something like that in the first quarter, dominate from the beginning.
That's something that we talk about every single day. Every time we have any type of competition in like practice, that's something we talk about. Kind of making that first hit, punching somebody in the mouth first. So it's really important for us to always come out and try to be on our best game.
Jared, how difficult was it, for you in the season opener? Something that you guys have built up to for some time. How difficult was that to miss, and how much more did it sort of push you to want to do well going into this game?
I knew I had to sit out the game well before, school year even started. So, it wasn't something that was, difficult for me. I was just trying to kind of be there for my teammates, kind of cheering them on and just trying to be excited for them, talk to them as much as I can. I know I'm a very important voice for them. So, that's all I was focusing on. And today I just wanted to come out and just play, I love playing with these guys. I'm comfortable playing with these guys. So, today was just, a regular day.
Was the strategy tonight, you guys shot more than double the number of threes than you did against Youngstown. Was the strategy to shoot more threes, or just because Jared was in the lineup tonight?
Well, I know most of the time I probably will be the one taking bulk of the threes, but I think it was just, how the game was going, the flow of the game. Shots were open. We were hitting the shots too, and the way they were playing their defense, they were in a matchup zone. So, we kind of broke it down a little bit. We were finding guys wide open for three. So.
Xavier, you get the double-double. We saw, I guess, in the first game, you could get to the rim. Do you feel like you're also the kind of point guard that can share the ball when guys are hanging back a little bit and it's going to be a three-point shooting game as opposed to a dribble drive kind of attack?
I just play. I found out with teammates, and he was probably one of the people I found the most, and he knocked it down. So that's the type of basketball that coach wants.
Over the course of the game, do you sort of mentally keep stats in your head, and if you're getting close to something like that, where you have 14 and 9, is that something that you're aware of as it's going on?
Nah, not at all.
Adis, you led the way rebounding, but as a team, you guys doubled them up 42-21 on the boards. Coach Capel's talked about that might be a weakness as the year goes on, but what does that say about just the team effort to double a team up on rebounds?
That means a lot. That means we're coming together as a team, boxing out and executing and getting rebounds, sacrificing our bodies to get, we small as a team, so we got to all crash, all 5 men got to crash and get rebounds, and we did that tonight. So we're looking forward to keep doing that throughout the season.
You had more rebounds than you had shots attempted. Is that kind of your game? Would you rather be crashing the boards than shooting the ball?
I really would. I want to just do whatever I got to do to win. It really don't matter shooting the ball or rebounding, but I mean, a little of both. But tonight I just had more rebounds and shot attempts. So.
Jared, how important are these two games to you guys to build some confidence going into the rest of the season? Because the game's going to get tougher as the season goes on.
It's really important, especially having talented young guys like we have, and even having the guys that we have returning, going through what we went through last year with our record. I mean, it's really important to kind of get our confidence going, being able to play really good together and get wins, by larger amounts and kind of see ourselves playing good. So it's really important for us.
During a game, Jared, as a shooter, how much does your mindset change when you make your first three in a game compared to if you don't?
I mean, I think I can speak for all shooters. I don't think that we don't have really a conscience when it comes to that. I know I'm a good shooter. Coach is gonna tell me to shoot and probably get mad at me if I don't, if I'm wide open. So I mean, it's just something that I'm used to doing. And I mean, the first one fell today, and second and third one felt good too. And I mean, my teammates were finding me, and I was knocking it down. So.
The chase down block there that they had in the second half. We talked to you a lot in the preseason about your weight loss and how that might change you as a player. How much is a play like that sort of indicative of what you feel like you can do?
I mean, that's just a kind of a prime example of that work that I did put in to lose all of that weight. Being able to run back, hustle back on the play, and go get a ball at the peak of the shot. I mean, and everything I'm doing on the court, just being able to play a faster pace that we do and be comfortable playing that pace the whole time. It's just a credit to all the work I put in this summer.
Xavier, I think you guys held them to shooting in the 30s. What was working on defense for you?
I mean, pressure. Coach, before the game, Coach said just smart pressure would just distract them for just scoring because they run like an offense that just nobody can break, and they don't know how to play the type of players to go and just attack off themselves.
Jared, you had you had 4 players in double figures tonight. Does this team have the depth and the firepower to put guys like that in double figures every night?
I think that's just a credit to the playing style that Coach Cable implemented. I mean, it's more up-tempo, and there's going to be a lot of more shot attempts, a lot of more opportunities to score. So, when guys are playing really well and we're playing the right way, like Coach Cable said in the huddle, the basketball guys are going to treat you right. And the ball was falling today, and I mean, on a regular basis, that's probably something you could see happen with our offense if we're really clicking and playing the right way. So.
What do you feel like you need to do, Jared, to make performances like this a more consistent thing that you're able to do over the course of the season?
I mean, just keep doing what I'm doing, staying the course, keep being locked in, and just playing the right way. I mean, today, that's something you guys haven't seen, but in practice and throughout the summer, after putting all this work in, that's something that's been regular. I think the guys next to me can back me up on that. So I'm just comfortable, to be honest. Just really comfortable playing with these teammates, really comfortable in the offense, and I trust what we're doing and what we got going on. So.
How tough is it going to you guys to adjust? You have a game tonight, you have a game on Monday. Is it like routine for you guys to just go from one game to another in a short period?
I mean, as far as being a college basketball player, I think that's something that you know is going to happen going into playing college basketball. When you sign up to become a Division I athlete, especially at this level and playing on the ACC team, I mean, that's something that you tell yourself you're going to have to get used to. So even if you aren't used to it, mentally you're telling yourself, I have to get used to it, and you're going to go through whatever trials and tribulations you have to get yourself prepared. So.